Okay, I've got a secret to tell you about the Titanic. Yeah, that Titanic. Did you know that it was only found thanks to a secret government cover up? After notoriously hitting an iceberg and sinking to the floor of the Atlantic in 1912, it sat underwater for over 70 years. But when this guy named Robert Ballard made it his mission to find it, he realized that he needed help funding a vessel for the deep sea search. So he reached out to the US Navy for help, and they did agree to fund a portion of the project under one condition. Through a top secret classified mission, he also had to find two sunken nuclear submarines that the military wanted to retrieve. This all went down back in 1985 when the US was still competing with the Soviet Union in the final years of the Cold War.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And they didn't want to openly admit to either the Soviets or the American media that these submarines were sunk back in the 60s. So, Ballard agreed, and he set out to find not only the famous ship, but to secretly find these submarines too. Having to first find the submarines before being able to look for the Titanic, the Navy pointed Ballard in the direction that they believed they were, the search taking up a majority of the mission's narrow time frame. After finally locating them, Ballard was left with only 12 days to find the Titanic while keeping the media in the dark. Miraculously, he and his crew pulled it off, convincing everyone that the sole purpose of the mission was to find the famed ship, with the classified story only being released to the public over 30 years later in 2018. So the next time you wonder if Leo could have fit onto that door, just remember that you have the government to thank for this iconic movie mystery.